guys, welcome back to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangie and it's time for a garden update.
What makes your garden grow? Water and sunshine. What makes your spirit grow? Knowing that she'll be mine.
You're gonna see a lot of weeds, a lot of grass, but I hope you can look past that and see all of the beautiful things that's happening in the garden right now. And I'm also want to share with you some plans coming up for some more planting and things like that. Okay friends, our tomatoes are finally starting to ripen. I do have a bag going for my freezer to collect, which is a tip if you are wanting to can your tomatoes but you're not getting enough in at one time. Oh, this feels gross. Just rinse them, take the green top off, throw them in a grocery sack and put them in your freezer, and then when you have enough you can pull them out of the freezer and can them. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? I love tomatoes on the vine. I actually just came through here not that long ago and pruned all of these tomato plants back, and then also had to tie them up because they were all falling over. Okay, so that is the first row of tomatoes. Let me take you back here to the second row. My Cherokee purples are starting to ripen. Very excited. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. So excited. Those are the mortgage lifters. Looking good, looking good. And of course down there we have more tomatoes. Love it. Okay, so let's take a look down on this other row. These marigolds have just gotten ginormous. Look at that. They're huge. And my zinnias are gorgeous. Okay, so this is the row of squash and zucchini. Yes, we have been harvesting a lot. I haven't canned any yet, but I am filling the freezer. I've got a squash there I can pick. Let's see. I think I saw one through here. Oh, these are squash bug eggs. If you are a new gardener and you see these in your garden, squish them. You do not want those. They will decimate a row of squash in no time. But yeah, I've got more squash down there. All right, so everything's looking really good. These are still producing pretty well. Okay, and then here is our corn. Our corn, we're just about done. I need to go through and pick these clean. They should be done. The last row to ripen will be this row, which was our last row that we planted. But yeah, I have just a few in these 3 rows that we need to go through and pick. And let me show you the last row and then I'm going to tell you what my future plans are here. In this last row, if you remember, this is my 3 sisters row. And I don't know, this corn stalk is kind of crazy. Anyway, this is my 3 sisters row, this last row. So we've got our corn. This first half of the row are pinto beans. The last half of the row, I have purple hull peas planted. And then down at the end, I have pie pumpkins planted. So they are finally starting to trail. I've got this one going down to mulch this area. And then this vine, if I didn't mess it up too bad the other day, this vine is going to come out this way. So really excited. I did notice, look at this. Look, of course that is a female flower. It has to open. There's another one. If they get pollinated, those will be pumpkins. These are the male flowers for those of you who are new. Okay, so let me tell you some plans. I'm going to be leaving this back row even after the corn is harvested. We're going to leave this back row for the beans to continue to climb. But once we have picked clean these 3 rows, I'm going to turn these rows under, and then I am hopefully, if I have enough time between now and our first frost, I am going to do green beans because our green beans in the raised beds have not done well for us. Again, like we've had in the past. To pick, you know, a few handfuls. I did get some in the freezer but not enough to can. I have canned some, but that's because I bought them from my Amish friends up the road. So the plan is to till these 3 rows under and then plant green beans. See the chickens. Okay, so that is the update on that. Okay, also wanted to show you something that Jack made for me. I told him the other day I was harvesting a whole bunch of corn, and I said it'd be really nice to have a table in the garden area. And I said, you know, just whenever you get around to it, I'm in no rush, even if it's next year, that's no big deal. And today he built it for me, which was so sweet, and it is perfect. Out of pallets. And it is the perfect working height for me. I can pot plants here. I can set produce out here when I'm harvesting. So yeah, I'm super excited. I love it, and it's perfect. And I was like, okay, now I need you to build me a coffee table and a desk. So yeah, I love this. This is really, really gonna come in handy. I'm able to put some of my stuff down below. So yeah, super excited about that table. Okay. So, showed you the Freedom Garden. Let's go to the Victory Garden. In our first bed here, we have our cucumbers, and as you can see, we have what I believe to be cucumber mosaic virus on the leaves. So, we will probably very soon finish harvesting the cucumbers and then pull up the plant. We will definitely burn this plant. This is not something that you would want to compost because it can spread. But yeah, I see lots of cucumbers that I need to harvest. And yeah, so this is very disappointing, but you know, it happens. If you're not sure, you can look up, you can Google cucumber mosaic virus. It can be spread through aphids. It can also be spread through weeds. But anyway, it's just really sad because it really diminishes your production, which is probably one of the reasons why we have not been able to harvest a whole lot of cucumbers. We did have green beans and broccoli rabe planted through here. The green beans petered out before we could really even get a good harvest. And of course, all of my broccoli rabe was done. So we've got it pulled up, and just trying to decide what we're going to plant here next. In the strawberry bed, you guys, we are getting lots of runners. So yeah, we are going to be filling up this bed in no time with strawberry plants. And my lemon balm plant down there is doing very, very well. In the bed right behind the cucumbers, I have more broccoli rabe planted, and it's coming up pretty well. And I also planted a whole lot of carrots, but I think it was too hot for carrots. I do have one seedling that I see. I don't know if you can see it right there. That is the only one that I've seen come up, but I just got in some seeds from Haas Tools, which I will share with you guys later. Okay, and here is our pepper bed. The peppers are doing good. We're waiting for some of the more peppers to get size on them. We've harvested a few of our onions. Banana peppers are doing good. I see a bunch that need to be harvested. This right now is just a bunch of wasted space. I had some beets. They were harvested. And yeah, I just need to figure out what to plant through here. I am absolutely in love with pygmy sunflowers. I will be saving a whole bunch of seeds, and I will be planting a whole bunch of these next year. They send off side shoots that flower, and they're just adorable. Absolutely love these, and they draw a lot of pollinators. I've got another one planted here, and another one planted here. I hear thunder in the distance. Okay, speaking of this bed, this is where I have that volunteer tomato plant growing, and I'm still not totally sure what kind of tomatoes these are, but they're doing really, really well. I still have some beans through here that are coming up. These are the Canter beans. We have some onions. And then the scarlet runners seem to be doing better now that well, I wouldn't really say it's cooled off, but they're looking better. I don't know if we're gonna just let them go or if we're going to pull them up. I was thinking about pulling them up and planting something else if there's time. Here is what was a very, very lush, beautiful pink bumblebee grape tomato plant, and it literally died overnight. I don't know if something bored into the vines, letting the tomatoes ripen on the vine, but yeah, it's completely dead. So as soon as I harvest these, we're gonna pull them up. And then here is our last bed. This had green beans and our patty pan. The patty pan is done. I think vine borers got into it. But I harvested a ton of squash off of this plant, so I am not sad about it at all. It really, really gave us a lot of food. Now for the Liberty Garden, aka our herb garden. As you can see, the coriander is ready to come out. I mentioned that I was going to hang this up somewhere in the house and hold on to the seeds. So still haven't figured out where I'm going to do that yet. I definitely have more herbs to harvest, and I will be doing that probably tomorrow. So yeah, everything is definitely maturing on schedule. So yeah, that's the garden update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions on what I could be planting right now, we have 78 days left until our next frost date. So yeah, just a lot to plan and a lot to consider. Anyway, I hear thunder in the distance. I also hear gunshots in the distance. I'm gonna run in. We're gonna be going live here pretty soon. But yeah, there's a lot to be harvesting right now, so I better get busy. I'll talk to you guys later. Until next time, remember to be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared. Bye, guys.
All right, y'all go in. Go on up there. There you go.